G'day ladies and gentlemen, Chief Boss here with another Transformers Studio Series review. What's up everybody, Chief Boss here, and today I have another Transformers figure review. Today I'm reviewing the Studio Series number 54 Megatron from the first movie. Now, I had my doubts about this figure when I first saw it. I have my Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, which I believe is good enough for me. I still think he's a bit better than this figure overall, except the paint is a bit weird, but everything else I think is a bit better than this figure. Although, I'm happy I got this figure. I got him from Big Bad Toy Store because I wanted to get Transformers Studio Series Mixmaster for Devastator, because I'm collecting Devastator hardcore, even though he's not such a good figure himself. But the only way I could get it is in a group with this guy. But I could get this guy by himself, I just couldn't get Mixmaster by himself, which was just annoying, because I knew, well, they obviously knew a lot of people wouldn't buy the Megatron by themselves, so they had to put him in because everyone has Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, and a lot of people didn't like this figure. But when I have him in my hands, I like this figure. I actually think he's a really good figure. One of my favourites, actually. Now, let's get this review going. First, as always, take a quick look at the box. CG render of Megs there. Studio Series number 54, Megatron. Transformers, Hasbro. Transformers, Generations, Takara Tomy. A picture of Megatron on the side. Very similar to the one we got with Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. Here's a Voyager class figure. Studio Series 54. On the other side, we have a zoomed out photo of Megs, the same as that one, and I believe the same as that one. And authentic Transformers. On the bottom, nothing. On the top, a window with the Transformers logo from the 2007 movie. And on the back, you have your obligatory product shots, Mission City Battle. That's a backdrop it comes with, which is the same backdrop that you get with Starscream, Ratchet, Ironhide, Brawl, and Jazz, I believe. And big screen inspired scale, it's alright. We have your product shots, him with his weapon, 21 steps. Megatron stalks the skies in search of Sam Witwicky and the Allspark, because that's the only thing in that movie, isn't it? That's the only thing he did in that movie. He didn't do anything else. No, didn't do anything else. That's sarcasm, by the way. Anyway, that's all for the box. He does come with his backdrop, very awesome looking backdrop if you ask me, with your typical Michael Bay explosions, that downtown city battle that we see Brawl fight off with the Autobots and then Megatron rip a fellow Autobot in half, which was the saddest thing of the whole saga of movies. You can stick Megatron in there and he looks fantastic. Now, getting that out of the way, he does come with instructions as per usual. Now, let's get onto the figure. I never owned a Movie 1 Megatron. I owned many Megatron figures from G1 all the way to Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon. But I never owned a 2007 Megatron figure. And this definitely doesn't disappoint. This Cybertronian jet mode is fantastic, with the cannons on the side, the wings, the gap between the wings, and the long cockpit / windbreaker. This is a fantastic figure. I love it. On the bottom, you can definitely tell it's a typical robot kibble, but not too bad as the head is hidden in there, although there is some massive gaps in the front. But otherwise, this figure is fantastic. The major selling point is the silver paint. It is an amazing silver paint, much like the one you see on Sideswipe and Soundwave. But it is fantastic jet mode. He does have a flight peg in there to tab into a figure stand, but unfortunately my figure stands don't fit it because the part that it's on is a massive swivel, and it's too fat to get in there and actually plug in. But otherwise, it's great. I can't stand him up, but that's alright. I don't display him in his vehicle mode. But overall, I definitely love this figure. Now, let's get into some comparisons. Here he is with Studio Series Jazz of the same movie. Thought I'd annoy some people with this comparison because I definitely knew it would annoy some people. He's a very big Voyager class. Here he is with a fellow Voyager class figure and fellow leader of the faction, Optimus Prime. As I said, he's a big Voyager class. Here he is with my previous review, custom painted Mixmaster. Also a Voyager class. Have that. Here he is with his fellow Studio Series Megatron. Megatron from the second movie. I've got both these Megatrons. I do not have any intention of getting the third one because it doesn't look very good in my opinion. I think that the one from the original Dark of the Moon release, the original Dark of the Moon toy, that was a good figure. But this one, I don't know. But there you have that. Once again, big Voyager class. Now, let's get in the entire cast properly this time of the Movie 1 Decepticons. Finally, we can have the Movie 1 Decepticons with their proper Movie 1 Megatron leader. Brawl and Starscream. Barricade. Bone Crusher. And Blackout. And these guys all look fantastic together. All extremely nicely scaled. I love it so much. It's just fantastic. I now have the complete Movie 1 Autobot and Decepticon cast. I had the complete Decepticon cast, but it was with Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, not with Movie 1 Megatron. Sorry, I had a bit of a speech impediment attack there. Have you guys noticed I have a speech impediment? But there you have that. Now, let's get on to the transformation. First, you want to untab these legs, and they tab in using that slot onto these two tabs there, and these slots onto those two pegs there. Now, let's just work on the legs. They untab in the fin section. The fin section's the only thing that tabs them together. Then you want to bring it around and just untab the wing. So, to transform the wing, you want to pull that out, lift that up, rotate that, flip that up, and bring that up to meet it. Now there's two hinges there, one hinge there, fold that, and bring it around. Now you want to rotate this 180 and flip it in, like that. Then the fin comes around and locks in like that to cover it up. Now the toes come out and the heel spur goes back, and there you have a leg done. You want to do the same to the other side. Pull that out, flip it around, fold it in, fold that in, rotate it, chuck it in like that, fold that back up, toe out, heel spur out, and there you have the legs done, and probably one of the best transformations. Those wings, that wingspan is huge, and it just all goes into the legs, although the legs are huge compared to the actual body. Now, we're going to work on the arms. I'm going to fold it down like that. Now it's got gorilla arms. Fold it up on that hinge in there. You want to swivel it up on that hinge right there, like so. Split the arms a bit, make them look generic. Fold that out, or make them not look generic, and fold the hand out. Note to self, people who display their figures like that are psychopaths and you want to stay away from them. Now you want to untab the back here, which I tabbed in with those tabs there. Focus on me, focus. Those tabs there and those slots there. Fold the head out. And then this is one of the coolest parts of this transformation. Split, split, and split. Bring it all around and fold it all up. Like so. And you want to bring it back like that. Now situating them all correctly. After what is one of my favorite toy transformations I have ever gone through. I love that transformation. You are finished with one of the coolest Studio Series figures that I own. This is Movie 1 Megatron in his robot mode, and it's fantastic. I love it so much. This is such a nice figure. The paint, the detail is superb. It's fantastic all over. Very nice. The armor on the arms, which is extremely accurate. The backpack too, look at that. So smooth and really accurate. The sort of folded up wings that go into it. It's all wings in the movie. Fantastic. Really nice looking. The back of the calves, bit of an eyesore, but I think I prefer it down here than up on the back. On the sides, king of the calves, man. He's got the biggest legs, but that's alright. Keeps him standing up. Fantastic figure overall. The head sculpt is perfect. I don't think this head sculpt is perfect. It's the one thing, it's one of the things that beats Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. Revenge of the Fallen Megatron's head sculpt isn't too flashy. In my opinion, at least. Here he is. This head sculpt, it wasn't too nice. The details weren't picked out at all. I actually probably going to go over and do some custom painting to highlight the things. But this Megatron beats him in paint and head sculpt. But this Megatron wins in accessories and, well, not accessories, but weapons and overall design. I just love the design of this figure, although a lot of things could benefit from being pinned in this figure instead of just being friction locked. And they do share the same chest mold, although I really can't even notice it because there are some added details inside and the paint just makes it so much better. On the inside here, this is actually soft plastic, so you can get some movement from that. You can get a massive extended neck for some reason, which is really scary, if I'm going to be completely honest. Now, for accessories, this is the one reason why I don't like this figure. This is the only accessory. A sort of flexible mace that he used once. He pulled it out, swung it around, transformed and disappeared, and never touched it again. I would have rathered he had his double hand cannon when he slammed his hands together and it transformed into a massive long cannon. I think I'm going to try and I'm going to attempt at making one myself out of foam to plug into these parts, these hinge parts on the hand. Use some Lego pieces. I think that it's a nice fit for a Lego piece to go in there, a certain Lego piece I have in mind. Fold it up and have it together like that sort of thing. But I don't know, stay tuned and I'll keep you updated on how that's going. But this is probably it's better than not having one, but you can't really use it unless I'm going to put some wire around it and maybe that'll help it hold its bend and make it a bit more dynamic. It's got a swivel, so yay, makes it better now, it's got a swivel. But it plugs in using this fin, just fold that in. And it's actually really tight to get in there. And when you do get in there, it looks not too flashy, actually. It's just a mace. You have that, you know. That's all there is to it. It's flexible, so I guess with the steel around it, you could get him to some, like, throwing poses. But it's not really that good. Because I want him to come out in I'm still working out how I'm going to work in both Megatrons. I think it's going to be an upgrade. He's going to go from either this Megatron, he's going to either entrance as this Megatron and upgrade to Revenge of the Fallen, or he's going to enter as Revenge of the Fallen Megatron and upgrade to this one. Considering, technically, Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, although he's upgraded, he's made of spare parts, and this one is genuine, all 100% Megatron. So you could argue both ways that one Megatron is more powerful than the other. Now, that is just about all. Let's go to posability. He can look up that far. It's fantastic, really good head articulation. He can do some chicken there. He's got to look down all the way. He's got a rotation. One of the best head posabilities of a Studio Series figure. He's got a rotation at the arm, move out that far, in that far. He's got a swivel at the elbow. He's got a 90-degree elbow, and that is all at the wrist. And actually hard plastic for the hand, which I like. He hasn't got any waist swivel. He's got a kick that far and a kick that far back. Beautiful spread. He's got a thigh swivel. A very nice knee bend, although that is ghastly. There's a big gap there. And actually, ankle tilt. Fantastic level of ankle tilt, which you can use for a really good sort of ready for battle pose, like that. But you can see the nose of the jet is sticking out of the corner of his shoulder. And that's a bit annoying. But how am I going to fix it? I fixed it by telling myself to stop being a pussy and deal with it. But ankle tilt is fantastic on this figure. The posability all round is amazing. Now, let's get on to size comparison. I'll plug them all in. Get him standing up straight so you can get the best idea of how big he is. And let's get right into it. Here he is with deluxe class Jazz. And because we saw a perfect scene of them two together, I know that the scale isn't quite right, but it's pretty close. I believe he should come to about his knee. You have that. Lamp is screwing loose. Yeah. Here he is with his nemesis, Optimus Prime, also from the first movie. Now, one thing is, Megatron has always been a little bit taller than Optimus Prime. But I'm not too sure if this might be a little bit overboard or not. But there we have that. Here he is with my previous review. Voyager class. Mixmaster, and as I said with Mixmaster, it's only these that make him a Voyager class figure. Actually, how do you mistransform? You've got to flip this up. You have that. And here he is, for a change. First time they've appeared on the channel for a little while. Here he is with Masterpiece Megatron. Still my favourite figure of my entire collection. There you have that. But there you have that scale. Masterpiece has always been a massive scaled line. And I do intend of buying more Masterpiece, but I did kind of put it on hold. I have gotten most of the figures I really want from Studio Series. Actually, that's a lie. I haven't. I still need to get a lot more Studio Series figures. But Masterpiece is coming back, trust me. Because it is my favourite line so far. Favourite line I've ever collected. And last but not least, here he is with the entire Movie 1 cast of Decepticons. Here he is with Starscream. Here he is with Blackout. Here he is with Brawl. And here he is with Barricade. And here he is with Anger Management Issues, Bone Crusher. The entire cast of the Movie 1 Decepticons. And it's awesome. I love it. I really love this. They're fantastic characters. I love them all. But there you have that. And that. And that. And that. And that. But that's all for this figure. Here's a fantastic figure. I love this Megatron. I don't know if the colour's shown up very well on the actual video. You see there, fantastic. The red eyes too are much better than a lot of other eye paintings on figures. But I love this figure. It's an amazing rendition of the movie Megatron, and I would definitely recommend it. Go get it. Go get this figure. Definitely go get it off Big Bad Toy Store, not sponsored, with Mixmaster, because you need Devastator as well. So, that's all from me. I'll see you in the next video. I have more Transformers figures. I'm getting more Transformers figures. I'm getting Transformers figures faster than I can review them. I've gotten, probably about 7 all lined up to review, and I haven't been uploading. So that's just me being lazy, and I apologize. But I've got a lot more. I've actually filmed this the night after I filmed the Mixmaster review, which went up today. But I'm just going to butch it all out right now and get it all done and have them all ready, all rendered, all ready, and schedule them to upload. But that's all from me. I'll see you in the next video. If you liked, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe and share to your friends if they like Transformers too. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.